Hi, my name's Rolanda Smith.
Hi, my name's Ayana. Yeah.
I'm a social work major at Winston-Salem State University. Today we're just going to talk a little bit, see what's been going on with you. And just so you know, everything we talk about today is confidential, so it won't be shared with anybody, so you can feel free to say whatever you'd like. So, you want to tell me how your day's been going so far?
It's been going good.
That's good. Tell me a little bit about yourself. What are your interests? What are the things that you like to do?
Well, I'm 19 years old, and I really don't have anything special. I just work.
No friends or anything?
I lost them all because my relationship.
Okay, so what do you mean by you lost all of your friends? They not like you? Do you guys not contact
They
because
don't
of your
agree
relationship?
who I'm with, and it's just harder than to watch me get hurt and me stand by it.
Okay, so from what you're saying, I see that your relationship with your boyfriend has put a strain on your relationship with your friends, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so why do you think they don't agree with your relationship with your boyfriend?
Because he's just not a good person. Our relationship's not the best. It's toxic.
What about the relationship makes it toxic?
Us not being able to communicate, physical harm. He's just, overall, I honestly just don't know.
Okay, so let's start with communication. You said you guys don't have good communication amongst each other?
Yeah. So it leads to physical abuse, emotional abuse, things like that.
Okay, so how long have you been physically abused in this relationship?
I say 6 months in is when it started.
And that's when he changed and started
Yeah.
abusing you? Okay, is this the relationship that you want to stay in, or you want to leave, or you just want him to stop abusing you?
Well, I would say that he's just not changing, and it gets worse and worse and worse every time I go back. So I would like to be with him, but not under these circumstances.
But if he was to correct the problem, you wouldn't mind continuing on the relationship? Or you're just...
I'm just so tired. It's so tiring. So I'm not really sure if we can even continue. Because it's just happened so many times, like repetition, same thing.
Okay, well, to me it sounds like you're pretty much done with the relationship. Let's talk a little bit about your friends. You said your friends don't agree and you guys aren't in communication with each other anymore?
No.
When's the last time you talked to any of them?
About a month ago. But even when we do talk, it's not the same.
Do you feel like that's a relationship that you can fix? Because friends are
When I
important.
leave him.
You think they would only be a friend on the account of you ending the relationship with your boyfriend?
Me living in a relationship with my boyfriend, but also learning how to balance the relationship between my boyfriend and my friends. Because they would always feel like I chose him over them. So it's just like, what's the point of being friends with?
What do you think you did, though? Do you think that
I think I did that. I know I did that.
Do you think that was the right thing to do?
No, but me being in love and wanting to be with him, I didn't think about that. I just figured being my friends that they wouldn't leave because they were my friends, but they really, I don't know if they're my friends or not.
So it sounds like it somewhat hurt your feelings, your friends leaving you, just because you had a bad moment with your boyfriend.
Yeah, because I would never leave somebody who makes poor decisions if I truly cared about them. That's just not how I am as a friend. So I feel like how I feel, because they make poor decisions, and I never would say I'm not going to be your friend because you're doing this or you're with this person. I would never do that, and I still won't. Even after they did it to me, I still won't do that.
So you felt as if they were passing judgment on you?
Definitely,
in your situation?
definitely. Passing judgment on me, him, this whole thing. Yeah.
Have you talked to any of them and expressed to them how you felt about the situation?
Yeah, but I was still with him at the time when I did have this conversation with them. So it was like, okay, well, if that's fine, you don't want to be friends. I have my boyfriend, but he's not.
Okay, so now that he's not in the picture,
I have no one.
you feel like you're all alone. Have you tried to reach out to them since you guys have ended the relationship?
No, because it's pointless.
Why do you feel like it's pointless?
You didn't want to be with me through my hard times. I'm not going to reach out to you for what? For what? When I can just start over. Like I will with him, I'll start over with new friends as well.
Okay, so
we can just clear it out. We can just start over.
Okay, I understand.
Period.
So what are some things that you're doing now to find some new friends?
Well, I'm not doing anything right now. I'm just trying to find myself more so right now than finding friends, because I lost myself with this relationship as a person. I lost my value. Like, I've just lost everything.
Okay, so that sounds pretty good. You're trying to strengthen yourself more and find out what kind of person you personally want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're saying? Okay. So what else has been going on with you?
I mean, nothing other than that.
How's life with your family? Get along with your mom, your sisters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've stuck with me through this relationship.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I mean, that's all that matters.
Okay, so you guys close?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Sounds like you have a nice, healthy, strong relationship.
I'm not really close to my brother, though. He lives in a different state, so I don't see him much.
Sounds like you were a little down about that. Did you want to go into more detail?
No, I just want to...
You said he lives out of state?
Yes, New York.
Oh, New York. That's a pretty big city. Big Apple. Oh, that's a beautiful little smile you have.
Thanks.
Okay, so tell me about what else has been going on. Anything new?
Well, I recently got into a fight with Ty Moz.
And Chamaz,
which is my boyfriend.
Okay, so that's your boyfriend. Ex. Okay.
Yeah.
What was the fight about?
Just that day, or
Whichever you want to go into detail.
the argument was about how I always have an attitude, and I always want to argue. Person I'm with always thinks I want to argue. I want to argue. I want to fight, which I don't. It's just things that I want fixed aren't getting fixed.
Okay, so you said the person you're with. So is that meaning only in the relationship with Tamaz, or in all of your relationships you feel like?
Tamaz, just
So
Tamaz.
just with Tamaz. Okay. And how do you feel about that? Do you agree with what he's saying?
Absolutely not. And that's what the problem is. We can never come to a... I believe that something is truly wrong with him. But I'm not just blaming it all on him, though. I have my own issues. Everybody has issues.
Okay,
But
so you
he
agree that it's both
doesn't...
of-
No. I'm saying it's both of us, but more so him. More so him. Because he just shuts down and says cruel things and acts in a way that just is terrible.
Okay. Does he have a negative way of expressing himself?
Yes, very negative. He will say anything rude, doesn't matter.
And
He
it
doesn't
hurts
want to
you?
talk, yeah, and yeah. Eventually we'll start fighting.
Okay. So have you tried different ways to try to talk to him?
I've tried different
approaches?
I've tried everything I can think of.
Mm-hmm.
Like yesterday, the argument. Okay, normally I would sit in his face with an attitude. We would just be next to each other, and I would have an attitude.
Mm-hmm.
But yesterday, I tried to separate myself so it wouldn't seem like I'm sitting in your face with attitude and that you're the problem. But he wasn't the issue. I have a lot of stuff going on. My house got flooded, and I quit my job, and there's just a lot of stress. But I never made it a problem with him. Like, I never made my issues his issues because I just...
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your issues. You said your house had recently got flooded.
Yeah.
What happened there?
I guess the pipes busted and it just ruined our whole house.
Okay, and so with that situation, is everything okay?
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay. We've gotten through that. It's just, I don't have the support.
And why do you feel like you don't have support?
Because it's just, I don't know.
Who would you like to support you?
Time Oz, the person I put before everybody.
Okay, so it sounds like you're looking for your boyfriend to be that support system, and he's not being there for you?
Yeah.
Okay, and that makes you sad?
Mhm.
Okay, so tell me about your job. You said you recently quit.
Yeah.
Did you want to quit, or is this something?
Well, it was something I just didn't think through all the way, and I was just like, OMG, my boyfriend wants to go on a trip, but I was going to quit anyway, so it just let me not think it through and just get up and just go to the beach with Ty Moz, because Ty Moz comes before everything.
Okay, so in this situation, you put your boyfriend before your employment, and you made the decision to lose your job to be with him, and he still doesn't appreciate that.
Mhm.
Okay, I can see where the stress in the relationship is coming from. I feel like the next step for us would be to find out a plan. We need to focus on you some more, like you said, find your strengths, and then we can go further into the issue of Tomas. So for next time, what we're gonna do is just think of a couple things, couple ways that you want to make your life better with your relationship, and we'll go further in at our next meeting. Okay? Well, it was nice meeting you today.
Nice meeting you too.
I hope you have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.